This is about to be a crazy interview and I can't wait. It is none other than Mpho Popps Modikwane. Come on, man. Cheers, sir. Cheers, sir.
I want to look like Eddie Murphy in Dreamgirls. And then the hair came down to here. Then he folded it.
Exe, I am so excited that you are here with us today.
Dog, I'm happy to be here. I'm even taking this pot plant home.
No, you can take it home. We actually brought it here. That's part of the gift that we're giving you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you need, a little feng shui in your... You see?
Feng shui.
No, we've grown.
Hey, we've grown.
Since 2010, when we met. We met in 2010.
Yes.
We met in 2010. We both started doing comedy. You were doing comedy like a year before me.
I started in 2009. But I think really hitting the scene was 2010.
Yeah.
2009 was still, that's when I entered the So You Think You're Funny.
Yeah.
And then I started doing a lot of open mics. But in 2010, I think that's when I was like, I'm doing this comedy.
Yes, Kanene, you did So You Think You're Funny. You didn't win that season, did you?
No.
Who won that season? Sfiso
and Hirsch. Sfiso won the first one.
Yes.
And then Hirsch won the second one, yeah. I was with Celeste. Celeste came third. I was second, Celeste was third.
You were with Celeste on So You Think You're Funny? Oh, man.
We were the only two contestants that packed for the duration of the show. Everyone came with a backpack. We're like, la baba sira. These ones are ready to be voted out. We had a finale outfit packed, everything.
That's amazing.
Because there were so many of us in the house, kids would say things like, yeah, the way there's so many of you guys at your house, I'm sure you make tea in the geyser.
So we met 2010, and then we'd been doing comedy, in like a lot of the spots back then,
Yeah.
I mean, like the dingiest spots.
Yes.
I don't think people know
Yes.
that we've toured and traveled South Africa and gone to the deepest, darkest parts to die on stage. Die.
People think you're being dramatic when you say it.
Yo.
In comedy, you don't die, you die.
Die, guys.
Die.
You're left
A piece
with
of
your
soul dies.
dignity, and there was one gig. Okay, we won't mention the gig in particular, but so the deal with performing with this gig, was you'd have to start there at Monte Casino, and then you have to drive to Carnival City to do that version of the gig. Except that version of the gig, they had a strip show before.
How do you
And then the
compete
comedy
with-
starts after. Whoever's left after the strip show, that's who you perform to.
So imagine, how do you compete with that? And
Carnival
also
City.
in Brakpan, in Brakpan,
It's far, bruh.
they and good night. And then you must come on. Hey, so the other day, hey.
Hoekom praat jy Engels? Hey! When you're driving there, because it's dark at some point, like there's zero light, there's nothing, but you're driving to your demise. You're going to die here, and you know that
You're driving to death. And then here's the thing about dying. I don't know with you, dog. Me, when I die, I don't even put the radio on.
No.
You're driving home and it's quiet because now you're rethinking your life.
But you also want to listen to your heartbeat that it's still regular after that trauma that you faced.
Questioning yourself, you're like, why didn't I just drive a venture or something?
And now the problem is you get that call on the Monday going, yeah, well done, we heard that you were okay. Do you want to do it again on Friday? Yes.
And you can't say no.
You can't say no.
You need close-ups.
Because back then, there weren't that many gigs going around. So you had to jump onto everything. Yeah. Bruh.
And you took me back, bruh.
Exactly.
Carnival. And it's far. The place is far. There's a toll gate.
There is a toll gate.
When you listen to someone's whole album on your way to a gig. Whole album, from intro to... Hey.
You can get through 2 piano intros.
By the time your car gets there, it's tired. Because I used to have a Taz back then. So you get there, you can even hear the car.
Do you know that Loisa Madingo used to drive there on a Vespa?
Vespa?
A Vespa.
Carnival City.
To die.
Lois this side. Lois, it's that side.
No, that would be a tree. Technically in Loy's house.
Yes.
Not a, what is this? This is not a bonsai in London. But
Loy on a Vespa to Carnival.
He used to drive. He was telling me the other day, I used to drive to Carnival. Hey, man!
Little man, why when's the song?
Little. Now that you're here, did you also have to do the Carnival City thing?
Thank you.
Carnival City. Here you go, Don.
Thank you so much.
Carnival City. Because I started 2010, that's when I started.
Yes.
Close to the end of 2010.
Yeah.
And I remember I was told Carnival City is one of the things that
you have to do.
You have to, yeah.
It's a rite of passage.
Yo, firstly, I didn't have a car, so my brother had to take me there. The whole time he was like, you know what? Maybe you should be a call center agent. This thing.
Yeah. Comedian. How far are these jokes? Wait, just to tell jokes.
No, 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Some of 2 hours. 5 minutes.
It was bad. Then you get there and then you do your 5 minutes and everyone is like, "What's pretty?"
There.
Yeah.
There we go. That's exactly it.
But no one told me that it used to be a strip show before. I didn't know.
Yeah, it used to be a strip show. But we'd always miss the strip show because we'd have to perform at the other place first. And by the time we get there, because it's so far, the strip show is long gone.
Oh, no wonder people were a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, because they were...
So then they see me and then they get excited and then I speak and they're like, no, you can't be talking. You can't be.
How long are you talking?
When is the show actually happening?
Yeah.
You know what's the best part about being a property owner? Saying that. That's it. That's the best part. Is you can say you're a property owner. That's it. That's
Versace.
What's happening? Yeah.
Mamela, this was a disaster. Let me walk you through the story. Kitongile.
Didn't you see that thing? Did you see?
I thought they attached the weave.
They did. So here's the thing. I went to the hairdresser. I said, I want to look like Eddie Murphy in Dreamgirls. He said,
Okay.
say no more.
Man just stole my woman from me.
I relax. You know our hair, Donovan, has gravity.
Yes.
You know what I mean? My hair is...
Yes.
But when they put relaxer, it went faga. Then as it went faga, they made a line here. And then I just saw him pull out a piece of hair and put it next to my hair. Like, how? What's that for? He's like, again, you said Dreamgirls. Then he pulled out a kinip-tang. What's a kinip-tang in English? A kinip.
A kinip tongue.
A kinip tongue.
A kinip tongue.
Yes.
Yes.
Pliers.
Yes.
He pulled out pliers, and then they start putting tracks in my hair, dog, like 2 tracks.
Jeez.
And then the hair came down to here.
And it's not even my piano
Then he
track.
folded it, and then he tonged. What's tong in English?
Dong.
Tongue.
He tongued it.
He tongued.
Tongued it.
Ironed it.
Yes.
Tongued it.
He hot ironed and then tonged my other hair into each other. So it was like that. Amazing stuff. Looked delicious. As soon as I said good night, ladies and gentlemen, I realized I have to sleep with this thing.
Did you have a
duke or
stocking?
something?
Do you know the pain of having to borrow a duke from your girlfriend? Have you ever done that with your wife? Baby, tell her you.
You know,
She's there like, yes.
I'll tell you, even bigger pain and trauma is when he did that, his dandruff, I'm sure at some point, yeah! Hey!
Why are you taking me?
Right? So here's the thing, right? So the next day I wake up and I'm rocking this Fees Must Fall duke and I take it off, right? And then I jump in the shower. So I'm in the shower and but I'm obviously showering properly. So Rose like, I hope you're not in the shower with your hair exposed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Big mistake.
I'm like, hey man, I'm a grown man. I'm obviously not gonna get the hair wet.
Yes.
I'm showering like this. You know, I've got the pieces
One step
in.
at a time.
You know,
Yeah.
You're showering
just
as if
the
you're
pieces.
Beyonce and Shakira.
Then she comes in and she goes,
Hips don't lie.
Potential.
Choreography.
Right? Does this woman not come into the bathroom and say, no, I'm not talking about covering your hair. Steam. Steam. I'm like, what do you mean? She switches off the tap. She says, steam is a black person's worst enemy when it comes to relaxed hair. I'm like, what do you mean? She says, look, hey, I go to the mirror, bruh. My hair has gone. But the hairpiece is still. So now you know when you can see Ram and there's a problem.
There's a glitch in the system.
It was
That's
a dead
amazing.
giveaway. Then I had to go unplier them the next day. Next day I came in, I was like, it's finished. You know, it was like, what happened? I'm like, I think it's
You know,
You didn't tell me there's a timeline.
Our whole yard was tiled. So once you got, because my grand's a light sleeper, once you got in, you had to coordinate with the chick. Okay, babe. Because if my grand had a tata, hey, where now?
what's your process before you jump on stage?
I can't say Lite is here right now.
Oh,
But
Don't worry, I won't steal it.
it involves coconut oils. No, I'm joking. My process is simple, which is why I can say, I haven't died a lot.
Yeah.
I always pray before I go on stage.
Oh, nice.
Every time I find a corner, or sometimes we pray
As a crew, yeah.
As a crew. And then it just gives me the thing to focus on what I'm about to do. So that's my process. And I pace. I also pace.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't sit still.
The pacing
before I
thing,
jump
once
on.
you see a comic pacing, you know it's about to...
And also, don't talk to them.
No.
Yeah.
No. I have to listen to like gangster rap. Like, you gotta feel like you're
psyching
just
yourself
about
out.
to fight. Gangster rap, yeah.
Wait, Don. So you talked about if it doesn't work out. You had a process that didn't work back in the day. What do you do now? Because now you're seasoned, you know more.
You know what? It's actually weird. Before, I think we were so afraid of dying, right? Because we were like, we just want to be
Great all the time.
all the time, kill all the time. And then you get to a point where you go, I want to be bulletproof. But then you realize being bulletproof is actually whack because you don't learn.
Yes.
So dying is necessary.
Yep. You
So
gotta
my
die on
process-
stage
yeah.
to kill on stage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my process now is I'm more willing to try out stuff now, whether it dies or does well. Whereas back in the day, I was opposed, back in the day, I wouldn't do something if I knew.
If you knew.
Yes.
If I knew this thing doesn't work, I immediately step away from it. And when you do that, you don't grow.
Yeah.
So you always gotta be willing to try stuff out because you never know, bruh. And now I'm at the point where I'm like, dying is necessary.
Yeah, because you learn. It's a learning curve. You can't, you can't be
need
perfect
to die
all the time. Yeah.
in order to be better.
But that's the one thing I like about you, though. Like, every time I've watched you perform, even though I know the set you're going to do, there are always things that you're going to add
little
and
things
build
in
upon,
between.
even if it's just a facial expression. Like, you're so good at looking at the crowd and going, oh, this is the tempo you want to play at, and you just obliterate. Like, I know you say you've died, and I've been with you every time, or every time I've been with you, there's never been a moment, except there's one moment, the Blacks Only show. That was the only moment, but you were sabotaged there a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But man, watching Popps is a dream.
It's like you're playing chess and the audience doesn't know.
Yeah.
The audience is like, Tina Sibishanum Raba Raba.
Oh, that's so
You're
good.
like, nah.
You know, that must be your quote for life. Motivational quote if you've ever seen.
And in closing,
That's so good.
play chess while they play mrabarab.
Rosa, meneer. Fana ba bona wa itse go khoporoka. Dilo le bona. Ons sialo. Gents. No, ne kwatla re shebisise gantle tabeng.
I'm gonna jump straight to TV.
Jump in,
now.
my brother.
I'm gonna jump straight to TV. Speak to me about what that transition is like, because both of you have been on TV. But Popps, the role that you played on Aye, man, what was that like for you? Like, did you have to turn Mpho Popps off completely to embody the role that you played on Aye?
Not completely, but I had to.
Yeah.
You see, with us, what we do is we're always searching for the laugh.
Yeah.
In any room,
Yes.
you want to make people laugh, you know? That's why it's hard for us to do the same take.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As a comedian, it's hard for you to do the same lines over and over. Okay, cut, and then can you do that again? You always want to add something and change it up. So I had to turn Mpho Popps off in that sense where I had to learn to follow certain rules in acting and whatnot. But at the same time, I also couldn't switch him off. So I had a deal with him where I was like, I'll give you 3 takes, but then on the 4th one, can I have mine?
Yeah. Can you play?
Can I play on the 4th one? And that's how we played it. So it was weird for me transitioning into that, but also just acting serious, you know?
Yeah.
Like doing an actual serious acting role. And I loved it, bro. I loved
But
it.
comedians can do those serious acting roles.
And it's shocking, man.
Guys, we
Yeah.
don't realize that we do this stuff on stage all the time.
Yeah,
When
it's
you're
an
on
act.
stage,
Yeah.
you're acting. So that's why comedians, you can put them in anything. That's why comedians work across the board, radio, presenting, acting. Because when you're on stage, you're doing characters, you're storytelling, your voice, you're playing with your voice, you're changing your voice up. So we We are in the gym, man. The stage is our gym. It's our studio.
Because we'll always describe, hey, that was a good show, ne? Hey, let me just go into this BP. Hey, when last did a man eat chippies? Yes?
So we did this thing where we did a Google autofill, right? And we wanted to see what questions pop up when we type in Mpho Popps. All right, and one of them was
the handsomest.
This is the top thing. No, that definitely wasn't in at all. Like we even typed it handsomest. It just said,
type H.
"Are you sure you spelled this correctly?" It said no. Sorry. Try Firefox or another maybe, but you're not gonna find it.
Go.
Yeah, no, you can't find it here. It won't be here. The top thing that people wanted to know, and maybe he's actually right, is Mpho Popps married? So you could be right. So subtly they were trying to...
Maybe they are showing off blessings or something.
So there's...
So I'm not married.
No,
is it a yet or?
Yeah, because people can interpret this in different ways. Because we know about, the golden rose. We know about the golden rose.
If you know about her, you'll know she's from Zimbabwe. So right now is not the perfect time to be transporting cattle across the borders.
Okay.
You understand?
Lockdown
and stuff like that, and restrictions.
There's a lot of, we get it.
Do we have to vaccinate the cattle? We don't know.
Exactly.
Will they get along with the cattle in Zim? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Imagine a cow wearing a mask.
A leather one.
You understand? There we... Okay. The other thing people want to know, is Mpho Popps related to Connie Ferguson?
No, but we share a birthday.
Is that it?
Yes, we were born on the same day. 10th of June is the day of legends.
How do people do that?
Get born on the same day?
No.
Their parents.
This is a person who taught English, eh?
Their parents. How do people do? Who gets born on the same day as
That's
another
impossible.
person?
I thought we all just had one day. There are only 365 people in the world.
Of us here, we have different birthdays. When you come and get born on that birthday.
Listen, man, I'm gonna end it on that note. Popps, thank you so much for coming through. I really do wish you everything of the best. Every time you are on stage, you are on camera, you are doing whatever you are doing, I'm always just like, this guy absolutely deserves it, man. If there's one person that puts in the work, if there's one person that stays consistent and keeps surprising us, it's you, my brother. So I really, really, really do wish you every single thing of the best.
Thanks,
well done for doing well.
Yo, man, thank you, Don. Thank you for having me here. Auntie Lee, love the shirt.
Thank you.
Keep on doing well, my brother.
Thank you.
Gaining weight is just a success, man. You understand, my brother? You know? Thank you for doing what you do, my brother. Your set is amazing.
Thank you.
Here's what you guys don't know. Donovan, Jason, and Nicholas built the best comedy club ever.
Thank you.
In Africa. So, my brother, I was able to shine because you built a stage for me to shine.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Keep
Thank you
doing
so
well.
much.
Loving the Lite show. It makes sense. You are Lite, and it's your show.
Oh, is that what?
Don't you get the title?
That's
If
not...
it was you, give me the ducks.
That's not the... That's not the... No, I was saying with this...
The load shedding!
The Stage 4 show.
The Stage 4 show.
I asked her earlier on, and this top now, is this Real Housewives of Garankuwa? It looks like you wear red door perfume. Ladies and gentlemen, please remember to hit the notifications button so you catch the full episode with the Mpho Popps. It's wild out here. It's wild. Lihlem Simang taking unnecessary shots. Season 2 of The Lite Show. Watch it now. We gon' be all right. Keep it light.